Hello everyone, this is Yashwin from Exam Help Web here. Today I'm going to be solving Paper 2 Variant 1 October-November 2019 0580 Mathematics. Starting with question number 1. Work out 5% of $25. So we have 5 divided by 100 multiplied by 25, which gives us the answer as $1.25, which is 5% of $25. Factorize 5p plus pt, so we take out the common value, which is p over here, and then we write 5 plus t in the bracket. Alright, calculate 16.379 minus 0.879 divided by 4.2 into 1.241. Give your answer correct to two significant figures. So we write the same thing in the calculator, and we get the answer as 4.579, and then we round it to two significant figures, so 5 will be rounded to 6 since 7 next to 5 is above 5. Okay, question number 4. Write 15,060 in words. Okay, so I'm gonna type here 15,060 B in standard form. Okay, so we have 1.506 into, we have 10 to the power of 4. Question number 5. Simplify 5c minus d minus 3d minus 2c. So we add minus d and minus 3, which becomes minus 4d, and then we subtract 2c from 5c, which is 3c. Question number 6. Solve x minus 2 over 3 is equal to 3. So we shift 3 on the right side, which becomes x minus 2 is equal to 9, and then we have x is equal to 11. 7. Simplify 2x cubed into 3x squared, which is 6, and we add the powers, which becomes 5. 8. Without using a calculator, work out 5 over 16 into 1 by 7. You must show all your working and give your answer as a fraction in its simplest form. Okay, so first I'm going to convert 1 by 7 into a from mixed fraction to an improper fraction. So we have 7 into 1, which is 7, and then we add 1 to it. So this gives us 8 by 7. So 5 8s are 40. We need to multiply 16 with 7 over here and show the working. So 6 7s are 42, 7 1s are 7, and then we add 4 to it, which becomes 11. So we have 112 over here. Alright, and now we need to simplify it, which becomes 5 over 14. Paula invests $600 at a rate of R% per year simple interest. At the end of 10 years, the total interest earned is $90. Find the value of R. Okay, so we have simple interest is equal to PRT over 100. Now I'm going to substitute the values in the formula. So we have the earned value or earned interest at the end as 90 is equal to the principal paid each year is $600, and we need to find out the rate, which is unknown, and the time paid, the time is 10 years divided by 100. So we have 90 or 9,000 divided by 6,000, which is equal to our rate. So we get the rate as 1.5%. Okay, question number 10. Simplify x cubed over 8, the whole fraction, to the power of negative 4 by 3. So I'll I'll get the reciprocal out of this fraction so that our power becomes positive. And then 8 to the power of 4 is 16, and I'll multiply this power with the fraction over here, which becomes x to the power of 4. 11. P is equal to 2r plus pi r. Rearrange the formula to write r in terms of p and pi. or in other words, make r the subject of the formula. So we already have r on one side of the equation. Now I'm going to factorize it and take r out of the bracket since it is common in both of the values. And then we have 2 plus pi. Then I'll shift this bracket to the left hand side. So we have p over 2 plus pi is equal to r. 12. The sides of a square are 15.1 centimeter. Correct to one decimal place. Find the upper bound of the area of the square. Now this is corrected to one decimal place, which means the next figure would have been 15.2. Since we need the upper bound for the area, we'll take out the upper bound of the value, and that should be halfway between 15.1 and 15.2, which is 15.15. Now since this is a square, we'll square the value to find out the area. Since side and length of a square are both the same measurements, so we have 229.5 centimeter square as our answer. Question 13. Calculate the area of the triangle. So I'll be using the sine formula here since we are given two sides with the included angle between them. So we have half into both of the sides and sine 39, which is the included angle. And so we get our answer as 45 centimeters square. Question number 14. The scale of a map is 1 to 10 million. On the map, the area of Slovakia is 4.9 centimeters square. Calculate the actual area of Slovakia. Give your answer in square kilometers. Okay, so here we have in the ratio of map to the actual area, and then we are given the value of the map. We need to figure out the total area, that is the actual area. So we have the ratio over here is equal to, we need to find out the actual area. So we have the map as 4.9 centimeters square and the actual area is unknown, so I'll square it and then we cross multiply it, which becomes x square is x is equal to, this becomes x is equal to 4.9 into 10 to the power of 14. Now this is centimeter square, so I'll convert it to kilometer square, and for doing that I'll divide it by 100,000 square, and that gives us the answer as 49,000 kilometers. Y is inversely proportional to x square when x is 4, y is 2. Find y when x is half. Okay, so we have y is equal to k over x square, because the proportionality in the inverse is inverse. So we have y as 2 over here, and then we have x as 4. So 4 squared is 16, and so we have k is 2 into 16, which is 32. Now we need to find out y. Y is 32 upon square of x. So square of 0.5 becomes 0.25, and we have our answer as 128. Question 16. Calculate the obtuse angle x in this triangle. So obtuse angle tells us that the value of x is supposed to be greater than 90 but less than 180. So I'm going to be using the sine rule over here since we are given two angles and their opposite sides. So here I have sine x over 12, which is the opposite side of angle x, is equal to sine 39 over 8. So we multiply over here, we cross multiply over here, so this becomes sine 39 into 12 is equal to sine x, and I'm going to divide the left hand side of the equation with 8 because I've shifted 8 from sine x over here. So x is equal to sine inverse of 0.94. So we have the value of x as 70.7, but since you can see here in the question, this is an obtuse angle greater than 90 degrees, so I'll subtract the answer from 180. So we have 180 minus 70.7, which gives us the answer as 109.3 degrees. 17. The diagram shows two sectors of circles with the same center. calculate the shaded area. So we can calculate the shaded area by subtracting the area of the smaller sector from area of the larger sector. So we have the larger sector as 45 over 360 into pi r square. So this gives us the area of the larger sector, and from this we're going to be subtracting the smaller sector's area, and that would be 45 over 360 into pi r square. And so we get the final value as 6.28 centimeters square. 18. Write x square minus 2x plus 4 over x plus 4 as a single fraction in its simplest form. So first off, I'll start by having the same value as denominator. So I'll cross multiply the denominators. So here we have x into x plus 1 over 2 into x plus 1. And then we have the other fraction as 2 into 2x plus 4 over 2 into x plus 1. What I'm doing over here is I'm multiplying both of the whole fractions with each of their denominators. So I've multiplied this fraction with this whole fraction with this denominator, and I've multiplied this one with 2. So we have x squared plus x minus 4x minus 8 over 2x plus 1. So we get our resultant answer as x squared minus 3x minus 8 over 2 into x plus 1. 19a, find MP. So we'll multiply the brackets m and p. So we multiply 1 and 2 with 5 and 7. 1 5s are 5 plus 2 7s are 14. 14 plus 5 is equal to 19. And then we multiply 1 and 2 with 6 and 8. So we have 1 into 6 plus 2 into 8. So 6 plus 2 8s are 16. 6 plus 16 gives us 22. And then we multiply 3 and 4 with 5 and 7. So 3 5s are 15 plus 4 7s are 28. So we have 28 plus 15, which gives us 43. And then we have 3 6s are 18 plus 4 8s are 24. Sorry, 4. And then we have 3 6s are 18, 4 8s are 32. And the sum of those two numbers is 50. B, find the determinant of M. So the determinant is going to be equal to AD minus BC, which in the question is 1 into 4 AD minus 3 2s are 6. So this is 4 minus 6, which is equal to negative 2. Question number 20. The probability that the school bus is late is 9 by 10. If the school bus is late, the probability that Sab travels on the bus is 15 by 16. Okay, so I'll start by drawing a tree diagram over here. So we have the probability of being late, that is 9 by 10. So the probability of not being late should be 1 by 10. Okay, if the school bus is late, the probability that Sab travels on the bus is 15 by 16. So we have the value of probability of traveling by bus as 15 by 16, and otherwise should be 1 by 16. If the school bus is on time, the probability that Sab travels on the bus is 3 by 4. So we have it on time, and traveling on bus is 3 by 4, and otherwise should be 1 by 4. Okay, find the probability that Sab travels on the bus. Okay, so he's going to be traveling on the bus in two scenarios, either when the bus is late and then he travels on bus, or in the second scenario he can travel by bus when it is on time. So we have 9 by 10 into 15 by 16 when it is late, the bus is late, or, and we'll add over here since this situation has the statement, the word or over here. So the bus, in the second situation, the bus is not late, so he'll travel by bus. And here we have our probabilities, and the sum of that is 147 over 160. At question number 21, A. Describe fully the single transformation that maps T onto shape A. Alright, so as you can see over here, the shape has the same size, that is, the number of blocks on all of the sides are same. This is only the movement of the shape, which means this is translation. This is translation. And the matrix of the translation, you can see over here, the shape has moved 1 unit to the left, which means the x value should be -1, and then it has moved down 4 units, which would mean the value of y is supposed to be -5. So we have the matrix as -1. So we have the matrix as -1 and -5. B. On the grid, reflect shape T in the line y is equal to x. Okay, so first off, I'll start by drawing the line y is equal to x. So here we have the points y is equal to x. I have my ruler here. Okay, so here we have our line y is equal to x. Now, as we can see over here, this is a reflection where we'll have to have the image as the exact same thing. So since this is a reflection, the vertical lines will become horizontal lines and horizontal will become vertical. So this line is horizontal, so this will become vertical over here. This is going 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes towards the left hand side. So this will go down over here, 4 boxes. We have 1, 2. So we have it as 1, 2, 3, and 4 boxes over here. Alright, now this line over here is vertical, so it will be horizontal over here. Okay, and now this is gonna since this line over here it was horizontal, it is gonna be vertical over here. And I'll match the two edges. So here we have our reflection. Question number 22. A pipe is completely full of water. Water flows through the pipe at a speed of 1.2 meters per second into a tank. The cross section of the pipe has an area of 6 centimeters square. Calculate the number of liters of water flowing into the tank in 1 hour. Alright, so as we can see in the answer, we have the unit as liters, which gives us a hint that we need to find the volume of the water. And to do that, we'll need to see the pipe has a shape of cylinder, and we need the values of radius and the height over here to calculate the volume. But since the cross section of the cylinder is a circle and we have the cross section, the area of circle over here, we only need the height, and that is given by the speed over here. So the height of the cylinder is 1.2 meters and we have the area as 6 centimeters square. So over here, I'll convert the 6 centimeters square to meters so that I can find the volume in these using the same units. So 6 centimeters will be equal to divided by 100 into 100, which gives me the answer as 0.0006 meters square. and this is the cross section of the cylinder. And now we have the volume as the cross section of the cylinder multiplied by the height, which given in the question is 1.2 meters, and we have the volume over here as 0.00072 meters cube. Alright, so this is the volume which flows through the tank in 1 second. So how much of the volume of this water flows in 1 hour? So 1 hour is 60 seconds into 60 minutes, that is 36 seconds, 3600 seconds, sorry, and we need to multiply the two values, that is 3600 with 0.00072 meter cube to figure out the value, and that is 2.592 meter cube. And now we need to convert this meter cube into liters. So 1 meter cube is 1000 liters. How much is 2.592 meter cube? Well, that is 2592 liters. Here we have our answer. #23. Universal is so we have a universal set over here, another set A, and last set B. Complete each of the following statements. A, interception B. So here we need to write down the values which are present in both of the sets A and the second set, that is B. So here we have 2 and 5. Alright, the number of elements in B, that is 3. 0, 4, 6 is the interception of the two sets. Alright, which are the two sets that have both of them? Well, we have it in A over here, and we do not have it in B, and there is no other set over here. So we have A intercepting with the rest of the part that is not B, which means B complement. Alright, 2 and 4, they belong to A, so we have the symbol of belonging over here. Question 24. F of x is equal to 3x minus 5. Gx is equal to 2x. 2 raised to the power of x. A. Find f of g of 3. So first we substitute 3 in this value over here. So we have 2 to the power of 3, that is equal to 8. Now we substitute this 8 in f of x. So we have 3 into 8 minus 5, which gives us the answer as 19. And now we're supposed to calculate B. Find f inverse. So we have y is equal to 3x minus 5. So we shift 5 over there. We are basically trying to make x the subject of the formula. So we have y plus 5 divided by 3 is equal to x. Now instead of writing y over here, we write x in the answer. So we have x plus 5 divided by 3. Question number 25. O is the origin. OP is equal to 2A. 2OA. OQ is equal to 3OB and PM is equal to MQ. Find in terms of P and Q in its simplest form. Part A, BA. So we need to find B to A. We can go from B to O and then O to A. So BO is okay. So as we can see in the question over here, OQ is positive Q over here. So going backwards would be negative Q. And since OB is a third of the complete OQ over here, so OB is going to be negative 1 by 3Q. Right. And as you can see over here, OP is twice as OA. OA is going to be half of OP, which is P. So we have BA over here as half of P minus Q. B, the position vector of M. Okay, so we have going to M over here, we go from O to P and P to M. Now PM is halfway between PQ. So first, to find PM, we need to find PQ. Let's see, PQ is going that way, which is opposite of OP, that would be negative P, and then going to from O to Q, which is Q. So PQ is equal to Q minus P, and half of that, that is PM, would be equal to half of Q minus half of P. So we have PM over here. Now we need to find out OP. Well, that is just P. So we add P over here, which becomes half of Q plus half of P as the position vector of M. Question number 26. A car travels at 20 meters per second for 15 seconds before it comes to rest by decelerating at 2.5 meters per second square. Find the total distance traveled. Okay, to calculate the distance, we need to figure out the area under this graph. So we know that the y coordinate over here is 0, but we need to figure out the x coordinate over here if we want to find out the area under this triangle. So the question already gives us the acceleration of the graph, and we can use this to find out the x coordinate over here, which is also the time. The formula of acceleration is v minus u by t. So over here we know the final value, final velocity v is 0 minus 20, which was the initial value, and we need to find out the time, which is not given, and acceleration over here is 2.5. So 2.5 t is equal to negative 20, and t is then equal to negative 20 divided by 2.5, which is equal to 8. So we have this duration is 8, and now we can use this to calculate the area under the graph. So we have the area of this rectangle as 20 into 15 plus the area of the triangle, which is half into base, which is 8 into height, that is 20. So we add this at the areas and get the sum as 380 meters, which is the distance traveled. So we are done with this paper. Thank you for watching.